Hi, welcome to Potato Fry Reviews. Today I'll be talking about two highly rated turntables for beginners and show how they're different. I grew up in the CD era, and a few years ago I purchased my first record without even owning a turntable. Before I continue, if you're considering purchasing a turntable from your local department store for less than $200, please reconsider because they'll gradually damage your records over time. So, this is the Uturn Orbit Special Turntable, which is manual, and this is the Denon DP300F, which is a fully automatic turntable. Uturn is actually a small company located in Massachusetts, which makes custom turntables. They have turntables starting from $199, and the price increases as you get better components. The Orbit Special costs $499, and there's another version that has a built-in phono preamp for $549. This is the maple plinth, and Uturn has a wide range of colors to choose from, such as red, blue, white, and even a few hardwood colors such as walnut. This here is the Ortofon 2M Red Cartridge, and it's normally the most important part of the turntable. The cartridge is basically what reads the record, and normally as the price increases, so does the sound being produced. This is called the Q lever, and its job is to slowly release or retract the stylus from the record. This Denon DP300F is actually my first turntable, and it currently sells for $429. It's also available in black and silver. It's very solid and has thick rubber feet, which is great for isolation and assists in removing vibration. The belt for Denon is hidden under the platter, and this gives it a more sleek look. The big difference between the Denon and the Uturn is how they operate. The Denon is automatic, which means you just press a button and it does the work. The tone arm will move across on the record, lower itself, and then start playing, as seen here. When the record is finished, the arm moves itself back towards the initial resting position by itself. With the Denon, some adjustment to the counterweight and anti-skate knob is required for the initial setup. The Uturn is manually operated, which means you have to turn it on and then lift the Q lever. So I'm going to move the stylus over the record and then lower the Q lever. As soon as the record is finished, you have to go back to the record player, lift the Q lever, and return the arm to the resting position. There is something called a phono preamp, which is included in the Denon but optional in the Uturn. A phono preamp's job is to amplify the signal from the record player to hearable signals for the amplifier. Most integrated amplifiers have a built-in phono preamp, which is normally better than the one included on the turntable. Turntables with built-in phono preamps normally have a switch which allows you to turn it on or off. The Denon switch is under the platter. On this Uturn, I did not get the built-in phono preamp because I used the one built into my amplifier. When using the Denon, I would strongly recommend not to use the built-in phono preamp. It's horrible. So this is how the turntables look from the back. The Uturn has connectors for the power and the RCA cables. On the Denon, the cables are permanently attached to the turntable. This could be a con for some folks because you cannot use whichever cable you like, and if after a while the cable gets damaged, you don't have an option to easily replace them. On higher end turntables, there is a separate grounding wire which you can connect to your amplifier. Now, for the big question, how does it sound? The Denon has a nice, warm, full sound. The Uturn has a crisp, clear sound that is full of detail and very pleasing to the ears. I actually played Legend by Bob Marley, the half-speed mastered version, and it sounded amazing. The second track, No Woman, No Cry, was a live recording, and I was able to detect the separation of the band, Bob Marley, and the crowd. Instrument separation was also easily heard, and this is the wonderful feature of using hi-fi equipment. This beautiful sound is due to the Ortofon Red Cartridge. Personally, it's a hard choice to say which one is the better of the two because I like them both. The Denon was released in 2008, while the Uturn has more modern features such as the acrylic platter. The automatic feature of the Denon is really convenient at times. It simply plays my record and shuts off by itself. If you are interested in purchasing the Denon, I suggest getting a cork mat, which will assist in reducing static. The Uturn is more pleasing to the eye. Smaller in size and looks like an art decor. The components of the Uturn is not as solid as the Denon, and it has 3 small rubber feet, which is not too great for isolation. Also, the way the belt is connected to the platter will take some time to get used to. When I first started using the turntable, I would randomly knock the belt off the platter. The cartridge on both turntables can be upgraded for a better sound. If you choose to purchase the Uturn directly from their website, the Ortofon 2M Blue is available as an upgrade. Having a turntable and collecting vinyl records can be a great hobby. If you're a beginner with limited space and have no knowledge about speakers and amplifiers, I would suggest getting a powered speaker that connects your turntable without the need of any other equipment. Uturn has their own powered speaker called Ethos. I think I've passed the beginner stages for turntables and would like to upgrade. I have my eyes on the Project 6 Perspex SB, which has a clear acrylic plinth. Well, that's it for my review. If you enjoyed this content, please give me a thumbs up. To see more videos like this, consider subscribing. Until next time, cheers.